everyone, welcome back to CHOMP. I'm your host, Alina Sanu, and today we're here in Culver City at Honey's Kettle-Fried Chicken. We'll be learning all about their unique kettle frying procedure in this episode, and I can't wait.
Welcome to the wonderful world of Honey's Kettle. You see the slogan, from our kitchen to yours.
Thanks for having us today.
Oh, I'm so happy you came.
Thank you.
Well, I'm Chef Vinnie. Welcome to the wonderful world of Honey's Kettle.
Thank
No, I
you.
think Walt Disney said that. No, actually, Walt Disney also said that they were the greatest place on earth. Well, if we're not the greatest, we're the second greatest place on earth.
Yes. So excited.
Oh, I'm excited too.
Can you get into like the origin story of Honey's?
Well, Honey's came about as a result of, first of all, I had, and you know, bless his soul, Mr. Willie J. Spinners, had a famous chain of restaurants in LA during the 50s and 60s. By 83, I was first franchisee of the company. So in a sense, I was his protege, his understudy. And I listened to everything he had to say. I mean, he taught me so much about the restaurant business, you know. And so that inspired me. You know, I saw what they did and I was so inspired by it. I thought, man, one day when I grow up, I want to be like him. And so that was my inspiration for it all. In 1999, the company fell on hard times. He had passed away and all kinds of things were happening at the time. And so the franchise company never really got going. And I was kind of left without a company. And so I went to the matriarch of the company and I said, hey, is there anything I can do to help, you know, salvage the business? And she said, no, Vincent, you're gonna need to do something for yourself. And I promised her that day, I'm gonna do something so great. I'm gonna make you so proud. One day I'll come back and I promise you that I'm gonna do something that'll make your family proud of me. So in 1999, I had to come up with a concept and I took my time. I didn't rush into it. Like I said, you can't just throw a business together. It's gotta have purpose to it. So I came up with this idea that I wanted to make the greatest restaurant, American restaurant, past, present, future. I went to the main central library in downtown LA and I went through recipe books from the White House, the early years of the White House. And there were a lot of Southerners that were presidents. So they loved to have fried chicken on their menu. So then as I was looking at it further, I realized that in colonial America, before the modern age of stoves, they cooked in the family fireplace. So they had these kettles hanging in different areas of the fireplace. So I came up with this concept that Honey's Kettle is a rediscovery of the lost art of kettle-fried chicken, so we can bring it to you today. So that was the concept behind it, and that's why when you see artifacts like the kettles, the copper kettles, well, those came here when the Europeans came, started the original colonies. They brought those kettles from the old country. And so you can imagine somebody, you know, in the kitchen one day thought, I wonder what would happen if I throw this chicken in there. And that was the birth of kettle-fried chicken. So what we've done is we've perfected the art of kettle-fried chicken.
Are there any like technologies that you've been utilizing recently that have helped your business?
Actually, a lot of technology. One of them is the platform. You know, DoorDash is, I think, less than 15 years old. And Uber Eats might be less than 7 years old.
No time without.
Yeah, I know. And when they first came to me, they said, we got this opportunity for you to get internet sales. But it turned out to be pivotal as an idea, because when the pandemic hit, it shut our business down completely. All of a sudden, everybody shifted to the platforms. And literally, it was like a cartoon where the tickets were coming out so fast. In 10 minutes, we had a 2-inch stack of tickets. So it turned out to be fantastic. So technology is essential to today's business. You can't do without it.
Stay tuned and find out how Chef Vinnie kept the soul of the recipe while scaling the operation.
Well, it takes, as they say, a village to raise a child. Well, it takes about 5 villages to raise up a business. And so my family, from day one practically, I had those kids eating drumsticks, and then they got a chance to see, I call it the call of duty. Okay. The call of duty is if that toilet is backed up and you got to go in there and clean up the floor, hey, go in there and clean up the floor. So they got a real orientation from a very early age about business. And that's so important because, it's kind of the collection of all the family members is what has allowed us to thrive. My son, Trenton, is a top designer designing shoes. So not only does he design shoes, but everything we need designed, we call on Trenton. My son Marcus is an exceptional businessman in the area of real estate. I mean, real estate is something as real as it gets. And then my daughter is more closely related to our day-to-day operation. She does the marketing and social media that you see with the Instagram and even this opportunity. Yeah. So she's very involved as well. And I left out the most important of all of them is my wife. My wife has been by my side now we've been married going on 43 years. Congratulations. So thank you so much. And 42 of them we've been in business, and she has seen some really low points, and she's seen some really high points. So yeah, and she's smart. You have to have some of everybody. If you need to have a real estate person, you need a marketing person, you need a designer, you need somebody who can tackle complex problems on the back house. And we have all of that in our one family. Not only that, but we have 2 beautiful daughter-in-laws and 5 beautiful grandchildren that have had the opportunity to work here as well. So all of them have been involved in one way or another.
What would you say is your favorite part about working in the restaurant industry?
I think the most gratifying part is that I'm like everyone's grandfather. I'm feeding all these people. And I love to see the reaction that people have on their face. Some of the things people say to me is so amazing. They're just too kind, some of the things that they say. And so that is the most gratifying part, is the customer's relationship to me. I got a little inside information for you. The Restaurant Association is an incredible organization that supports business. It's an amazing thing that they're your advocate in Washington and California. They're there to advocate for us, to protect us from ideas that just really don't make a lot of sense. So support your restaurant association. As you see, a lot of stuff is in here, right? Yeah. But literally when we came in this building the first time, all it was a martial arts studio. The only thing on the wall was a mirror.
Oh my gosh,
so we had
guessed that.
You would have never guessed that, right? It was a completely blank canvas. So I spent many a night just thinking about how would I design it to give it character, to make it look interesting, and to not just run a counter straight across the room, and one half was for production and one half was for dining. So I came up with the idea to make a bar, a half round bar. And then I said, well, I wonder, can I go over and not go all the way to the wall, because I wanted people to be able to enter from the back door and exit from the back door. When we got through with this thing, we were within a millimeter of not being inside a code in every area. We had, if we needed 1 inch, we had 1¼ inches. So we were able to fit all this in there. Now, I would liken that to create how God created the world in 7 days, which could have been 7 million years. Well, in 7 days, in a way, it was like, how do you make this into something, right? And so it was all a creative process. So everything surrounding it should be heavy. Then we had the copper accent, and the copper goes with the copper kettles that you'll see hanging around the restaurant. So when I was finished, I looked at it and said, wow, this is pretty darn good. Yeah. And then it evolved. You know, we changed the arrangement of the furniture. Things just naturally had a way of evolving. Stuff broke down, we had to replace it with new stuff. And so let me continue to show you around how all that happened. This is the original store. So the iteration after this will probably be on even a higher level, because a designer will take what they see here and then they'll just execute with their professionalism and take this concept and make it into something really slick. We don't have the music on now, but we play all the playlists. You might hear, can you imagine a fried chicken restaurant with classical music? Or we do all kinds of music. The American playlist is called.
Who gets to choose the playlist? Is that you?
I personally select it, but my workers always say, yeah, not enough energy in the room. So they tend to make me have to put a little more in. They don't like jazz, for example. So I wind up, yeah, they're like, oh, jazz too slow, or some of the old music that was really slow. They're like, I said, listen, it's not for you, it's for the customer. So we work with each other on that, though. Sometimes on a Friday, we want to have a lot of energy in here. So as you can see, that copper kettle over there actually has a function to it. It's probably over 200 years old. We keep our fruits that make the lemonade. You know, we're an innovator of food, right? So we have these unique lemonades. One's called a Tropicalata. You can imagine a pina colada lemonade. One's a blueberry mint. One's a cherry melon, a blend of cherries and watermelon. And so we got to keep it cold. So we use that for that function. Again, from our kitchen to yours.
Oh, that's great.
And this is a product that we have for home use. It's the same product we use at the restaurant. And my son, I'm so proud, he designed this package. Isn't that a beautiful package?
What's on the back? Hot cakes?
That gives you, yeah, it gives you hot cakes, waffles, and biscuits.
Biscuits with a dimple.
Biscuits with a dimple, yeah.
That's
See,
so
they smile at you as you smile at them.
Oh.
And then also we started out letting people have this as a compliment to the meal until they consumed the Pacific Ocean full of it. And so now we have our own box.
You're just swimming in it.
They were using so fast, we could not keep up. We had to move to bottling it. So he also designed that.
Ooh, and do I get to ask what the secret is in the secret sauce?
Well, the one secret ingredient I will tell you is called love. That's in everything.
Of course.
So we do breakfast all day, and we like to name things, unique names, because that kind of makes you want to, it's like a marketing thing. Country boy potatoes. Doesn't that kind of make you think, I wonder what that's like.
Yeah.
And they truly are country boy potatoes. So they have a little bit of everything in them. They're very soulful, very delicious. And then we do our own chicken patty here. We also do sausages here. We haven't expanded that yet, but that's an area of growth that we can have. A sausage company, Honey's Kettle Sausage Company, Honey's Kettle Hot Cake Company. You know, it's like we can be all these things. So that is our, you know, hot cakes and chicken is our one of our hottest items, where you get hot cakes with real maple syrup. And then we have stuff like Sunday dinner, a Sunday dinner right here.
Oh, I see.
Now,
that.
you know, that was kind of like the time when people would get together and sit around the family table, talk about what's happening in your life. That was kind of an American thing, right? Sunday dinner. So we're trying to do things like with an American flavor to it. Now you see there's not much chicken up there, right? Mm-hmm. Because he's batch cooking right now. You can see from where he is, he's batch cooking. And so he's only gonna bring out so much at a time. But I knew that people would bring their kids over here to see how do they do it. And this gives you a chance to see how the production line works. And if you notice, we were lucky in, I didn't want people really to see the dirty parts of cooking. I only wanted to see the finished product that you see coming out there. And what he's gonna do when it's ready, he's gonna throw it on this gravity slide and it's gonna slide into the production line. Number one is that we don't we don't use oil that's old. We throw the oil out when it still has life. So it seems like a waste, but again, we need a certain quality. We can't achieve that if people are complaining about, my stomach hurts. It's because the oil was, nah, we don't do that.
Gotcha. Yeah, fresh oil would make a big difference.
That makes a huge difference.
Oh.
This sign
Wow.
is the original sign that came off the Compton building. This was, you know, this is old art. Nowadays, everything's done computerized, but this is how it looked when we first made it. Alina, this is our cooking line. As you can see, we have a grill, we have a burner. Hey, we got a dozen eggs in there, hard-boiled eggs. And then over here, look at this. Look, I want you to notice this. You see how clean that oil is? You can see all the way to the bottom.
It looks like melted butter. It's
or
perfectly
honey.
golden.
A lot of people think it's honey in there, but it is peanut oil. So you see how pretty the oil is. Now, in a minute, he's gonna pull these out and he's gonna throw them through a chute that will come out on the other side. So cooking side one side, production on the other side. This salad that she's making here is called a 21 variety garden salad.
Because there's 21
There's
vegetables?
21 different vegetables and fruits and,
Wow.
and protein is in it.
It looks so great.
That is, we're so proud of that. And you see how beautiful that is. So this is the back of the house. Again, we didn't have space anywhere and there was just no room. But we worked it out and we kind of got everything fitting in here. I am so proud of this pie. This is a sweet potato pie. Not to be confused with pumpkin pie.
Right.
Pumpkin pie is a good pie for the holidays. This is an all year round pie. And I'm telling you, a glass of cold milk, a slice of this is a piece of heaven. It is really just that good.
This is
Now this is a
crazy.
chicken thigh, if you like thighs.
Oh gosh.
They become the most popular piece.
This is the most popular?
That's
Okay,
the
I should
most
try this
popular
one then.
piece.
Oh my goodness, look how
You gotta
crispy.
find a location. You gotta find a location to bite into it.
Do I just pick one?
Pick a little location you think you can put your teeth through.
This?
That looks good to me.
Okay. All right, let's go for it.
You like that, huh?
It's so crispy.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing, Chef Vinnie. This is great.